Coachella Valley, and welcome to Live with Your Chamber. I'm your host, Katie Stice, CEO at the amazing Ranch and Raj Chamber of Commerce. And listen, we love bringing you these videos where we're introducing you to local business owners, telling you a little bit about their stories and their expertise. And today I'm super excited because we have a brand new member that's going to be joining us from Moving Mountains Wellness and Therapy. So I suggest you get comfortable, tune in, and let's learn a little bit more about our guest today. Let's bring him in now. Coachella Valley, please welcome in Dr. Michael Jerez. I'm sure you've seen him and you know him, and Tammy Hasseltine, Clinical Director.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going, Katie?
Good. Thanks for joining us today. We're really excited to learn more, and both of you are just experts in your field. So tell us a little bit about how you got into the chiropractic world.
Me, to believe it or not, I never wanted to become a chiropractor at all. Since I've been a little kid, I've always wanted to either serve my country, being in the military or law enforcement or something. My best friend, since we're little, she's my son's godmother. That's all I heard was chiropractic. And it wasn't until multiple injuries, multiple surgeries, I went back to Brooklyn, and then I just started getting treated for 2 weeks, and I just started noticing a massive difference. And then it wasn't until I was inside the biblical city of Babylon in Iraq when I first did my first, not knowing what the heck I was doing, but I figured my hands would go where they're supposed to go. And all of a sudden the light bulb goes off of my head. And I told God, if I survive this war, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And that was it.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah. By the way, thank you for your service. Truly. Yeah, absolutely. And Tammy, how did you get into this field?
It was actually my high school counselor. We had to take aptitude tests, and she said, you would be great in healthcare. What would you like to do? And I said, well, art therapy. Unfortunately, insurances don't cover art therapy very much. As she said, you would be a great occupational therapist. So that's what I went into. That's my trade. I'm an occupational therapy assistant. I've been in the field for almost 17 years and became a citizen of the Valley 5 years ago. Nice. And just recently stumbled upon James Mawhinney, who is the owner of Moving Mountains. And he and I decided that this would be a great fit for us. And there became our collaboration. Yeah. And then we got tied in with this guy, and it's been a lovely partnership ever since.
Jim and I we come in sets.
Yeah. I love that. Now, how long has Moving Mountains Wellness and Therapy been in business?
So we had a soft opening the first week of December. And at that time, it was with Dr. Mike. And then we have a pelvic health and rehab specialist, Kimber. And so we started with them. And then we started building into it our pediatrics caseload. So we provide pediatric occupational, physical, and speech therapy. And the hardest part with starting a therapy clinic is finding the talent. So we already had Mike, we had Kim, and now we're continuing to build our team of pediatric therapists as well.
Absolutely. And is there a big need for physical therapy and occupational therapy, both for the pediatric side and the special needs side as well?
Absolutely. And that's part of what had driven James to start a pediatrics clinic. So he has 2 other adult outpatient clinics in town, and he has 7 children.
7 children.
5 of his own, and just adopted 2. We're very excited for them. And so through all of his meetings with other parents at school and sports and church, he kept hearing all these stories about how hard it was to get in for services. Either they were on wait lists for a long time, driving as far as Loma Linda, just absurd, just shortage of therapy. And so God put it on his heart to open this clinic, and he did. And yeah, that's the goal, is to kind of serve wherever the need is. So here we are.
Absolutely. And what about just general chiropractic care? I mean, is there an age range that's suitable? Talk to me a little bit about what.
Not so much. I've seen my youngest is 3 months old. And my other youngest is a 98-year-old, and she is a firecracker, right? All she wants to do does her water polo, her water aerobics, and God forbid she's not able to. It's hell for everybody.
Can't get anyone to stop.
You can't stop. See, I specialize. So I'm not a general practitioner, so I specialize in sports and rehab. So me, I treat everybody like they're an athlete because they are.
Yeah.
You know, we all have our hobbies that we like. From out here, pickleball is huge.
Yes.
If you can't keep them on the pickleball court, like the world is going to end.
Right.
You know, a lot of golfers as well. So we love seeing every single different type of patient, you know, coming alongside with them, journeying with them, finding out what is it that they love to do, and that they can't do anymore because their injury is preventing them from that. So we detailed a game plan just for them to keep them back into the fight.
Love that. And I mean, this might sound like a silly question, but if someone's not in pain right now, I mean, is it still good for them to come see you, as people are aging, as part of just their healthcare plan? Talk to me a little bit about preventative care, maybe.
That's a huge question because with every visit, there's an education process, okay? Because when you first think of a chiropractor, you hear about crack, and go, okay? Yeah. The interviews that we have here, the initial ones are an hour long because we want to know you. We want to know what your challenges are, but also depending on where your challenges are, there's going to be some underlying issues with your digestive system, with your breathing system, with your respiratory system that is being controlled within the spine. So we take those journeys along as well. We show them the patient where they can be improving by not just waiting till they get hurt, but a lot of preventative stuff. And the patients, they love that too, because it's all encompassing. It's not just, I'm here for my adjustment. No. Once they know what their body, what they're supposed to feel like, they are super, super in tune. And I love that too, because they'll come back, hey doc, I've heard about this natural stuff, or I get a text message, or they'll send me something on social media. What about this? What about that? And those are the patients that we love because they're just so like fired up about their health.
And as far as frequency goes, I mean, how often do people usually come in to see you? I'm sure that depends on, the patient and the need, but what's a common frequency?
A lot of it depends on the severity, right, and what their outcome is, right. I tell people this as that we front load a lot of the visits on the front end because there's a lot of changes that first of all, there's things that we need to slow down. We got to get you out of pain first, okay? Yeah. Then that's the first and foremost thing. Let's get you out of pain. Let's get you mobile again. Let's get you, physically moving. Let's get you stretched out again. So then this way, we can start with the strength training plan. So it took you a while to get that way. Okay. It's going to take you some steps to get you back out. We're going to get you better than what you first came into. So we generally like to see them more visits in the front end. And then once they start making their progress and I see progress, we start pushing it out because a bulk of the work is not going to happen here. A bulk of the work is going to happen at home.
Oh, tell me more about that.
Right. Everyone here gets homework. They're like, well, I'm out of school. Well, guess what? You're back in school. Your school of your health. We start teaching them about their body and how their body's supposed to move, how their pelvis is supposed to move. So we start doing corrective movements to correct their injury, reverse their injury, and get their body functioning like God first made it. Right.
Yeah. Tell us about what that says, by the way.
In the back, it says,
I'm going to adjust the screen for just a moment.
It says, I move the bone, God does the healing.
I love it. I love it.
So the patients have any issues, I'm like, that's this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to add into what Dr. Mike is saying. So part of it, he's helped me a bit. I have a back injury as well. And he was like, okay, this is how things are working with you. This is how you've been compensating. And as a trained therapist, I know all these things, but our bodies are master compensators. And so a lot of times, even though we see it in someone else, it's harder to assess ourselves, and our bodies start to move just slightly different with any kind of injury or pain or weakness. And over a long time, it really throws our body off. And so he is really good. He'll assess it. He'll get you lined up, and then provides great stretches and exercises at home to help maintain what he's done. and to reestablish alignment and healthy function of the body systems.
I tell the patients, if I got to see you every day, we got a problem.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
you, but we got some work to do at home.
Right. And so part of the homework, it sounds like it's almost every day getting into a routine of kind of staying aligned and staying healthy so that the next time they come and see you, you're not starting from scratch again.
No, we're not starting from scratch. And we love that because their feedback is super important. Their feedback lets me know that they're listening and doing what they're supposed to do, right? And then also now we could go to level 2, level 3, level 4. Right. The whole thing is movement. I tell people, I was like, the 13th commandment is thou shalt move your hips.
Yeah.
If you ain't dancing, forget about it. You're committing a sin.
Okay. So I'm going to put you both on the spot then and say that there are probably a lot of people out there like me. I work at a computer desk a lot. What is something that I can do maybe every day here at work that would just help with, posture or alignment, just sitting here at my desk?
You want to take that one?
Sure. So this is something that he works on, but also occupational therapy. We work on with people, educating them, body mechanics, desk setup, things like that. So you want to do the 90-90-90, which means you want your feet on the floor, your knees at 90 degrees, your hips at 90 degrees. So you might have to adjust that height. And then you want your elbows bent so that your keyboard is right in front of where your arms would naturally fall. And then you want the center of your screen to be at eye level. You shouldn't be looking down at a laptop. If you use a laptop, get a riser to put it on. Or if you have a computer that has small set feet, you might want to get a riser for that. So really just making sure that you are allowing yourself to be positioned properly with the setup.
And that's step 1 too. And people will gravitate to that. They're like, yes, that is not an excuse to stay seated.
Right.
Not even close. Right. I have patients like, set your alarm clock, on your Apple Watch or something. Every 30 minutes, get up and go walk somewhere.
Yeah.
Yay!
Because they're so good about that. And sometimes I'm like, I can't leave. But no, it is such a good reminder. And I think here, we should try to remind each other to do it. Let's go check the mail together, or let's get
Perfect.
And sometimes I'll put in my earbuds and I'll walk around. I call it our block. We have a little walkway around the outside of our building. So on a nice day, I go and stretch it out. I do a couple laps. And then also getting like a high-low desk table. I have one and I love it. With doing admin stuff, I am on the computer a lot. So now I can sit for a while and work, stand for a while and work. Changing positions is really important.
I love that. And just for everyone who's out there watching, the information is right on the screen. Please be sure to reach out to Moving Mountains Wellness and Therapy. Dr. Mike, Tammy, thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us today. I love all just the tips about what we can do every single day about just maintaining our health and posture and comfort. And by the way, Dr. Mike, I'm just going to let you know, I'm reading the comments and there's like 1,000 comments of people who just love you and adore you. And,
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
You have a great reputation. So
I appreciate that. It means a lot.
Absolutely. Anything else you'd like the viewers to know?
What would you like to know?
Come on down. We'd love to serve you and your families. Bring your kiddos. If you know of any therapists that you have fallen in love with over the years, recommend them. We're always looking to build our team so that we can serve more and more people in the community.
Yeah, I don't want to call this place a one-stop shop because one of the blessings that while the kiddos are being treated in one of the rooms over here, at least now the parents have a place to come and get treated as well. While the kids are being, with Dr. Sahar or something like that, the parents could be in there with me. And the whole family is just, tuned up, fired up, and Chiro strong.
Yeah.
Chiro strong. I love it. Well, thank you both again. And I look forward to seeing you soon. And thanks for all the tips and information.
You're welcome. Thank you, Katie. See you guys. Bye.
Friends. Don't you just love our valley and learning about different businesses and who they are, what they do, what they bring, all of their expertise and knowledge. I love the information that I got about sitting at the desk. I mean, those are just small first steps as well. There's so much more. As always, thank you so much for supporting the local business community. Shop local, shop small, keep your dollars in the community and stay healthy. Now is a great time to focus on your own health and wellness as we are coming out of the pandemic and things are revving up again in the community. Make sure you're taking extra special care of yourself. And thank you so much to our sponsors, KESQ, News Channel 3, and CBS Local 2 as well. We can't do things like this without generous support from our sponsors and community. Appreciate you all. Thanks for tuning in today. And as always, if there's a way that I can help you professionally or your business, please don't hesitate to let me know. That's what your Chamber of Commerce is here for. Take care.